Scorpio, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are wrapping up Cancer season. We have a couple planets going into retrograde, Saturn to start the week and Mercury to end the week. So that gives us 4 planets in retrograde in total. Right now, Pluto, Neptune, and then Saturn, Mercury, like I said, are all going to be in retrograde by the time this video is released, I should say. So retrogrades give us an opportunity to, yes, slow things down. It's also an opportunity to kind of take a look at and reevaluate, specifically where we need to trust our instincts, trust our intuition, really kind of vet the people, the situations, the dynamics that we're dealing with, before we're making any choices or plans accordingly. We're also seeing a lot of things shift and change, i.e. that Pluto in retrograde, it also just moved into Aquarius, and it governs the next 18, 20 years or so. It's giving us a new opportunity to really connect with people, situations that are honoring of us, of what we want, of how we want our life to look. And it's not all easy because it really is highlighting the places where there are some disconnects or people's situations aren't really interested, willing to work with us. And we have to be able to understand that, process that, and then make decisions accordingly. That's why I like to start off with an energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just interested in more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling strong, grounded, we know ourselves, who we are, what we want, that's really where we're able to manifest our happiness, our abundance, a fulfilled life. We all deserve it, right? And I would just love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Scorpio. So it kind of feels like you have something that you're a little nervous about this week. Maybe struggling to find the right words. You're really struggling to kind of figure out, maybe not even just figure out what your next moves are. I feel like you actually know what your next moves are, but that in and of itself is making you feel hesitant around certain people, certain dynamics. Yeah, 100%. Because you are really taking a time to expand your energy. I feel like you're starting to connect with new people, new situations. Aquarian energy is ruled by Uranus, and right now Uranus just moved into Gemini. So we are kind of seeing some of the dualities around people, situations that have been around for a minute. We're also kind of getting a little bit more courage, strength to step into some things that feel more aligned. And I feel like that's kind of where you're coming into your hesitancy. It looks like you're making some decisions, some choices that you know are the right thing for you. You know it's the right direction. And I think you're like, you know, like it's not only the right direction, but like you're confident in like what you bring to the table, whatever this thing is, like you feel just as much ready, deserving of it as it feels for you, if that makes sense. Like you're, 100% with this Sagittarian energy. Like you just know that you're ready for that next step up. And it looks like it's coming to some capacity this week. But I think you're also kind of seeing places where you might have to readjust some expectations, places where you might be a little bit fanciful around what a situation is going to shake out like. Right now, Mars is in Virgo. And so it's asking us to be really, like to build that strong foundation for ourselves. Yes, we can have a great idea, a great vision, a great dream in front of us, but we also have to make sure that we have a steady foundation to operate from before we're ready to like kick it off, so to speak, right? Like we don't want to just be jumping off the cliff and like hoping, you know, either we land in the water or in the proverbial net or whatever it is for you. So through this week, it looks like you're working to kind of refine whatever this is a little bit more, to get a little bit better, to get understanding around what you do have to do, and then make adjustments accordingly. So it kind of looks like someone made a choice, someone made a decision, and it's basically why you're making the decision that you need to make, because it's put you into this Knight of Swords energy where you're making plans. It looks like someone wasn't including you in theirs. Yeah. And you're kind of just at a point where like, you know, that this is how it's gonna go. Like you just, whatever happened, made it very clear to you what this was, who this was, how they operate, etc. And you're in a place where it's just like you can't really afford to have, or you're thinking, you know what, like I just need to do something else for myself, because it kind of, with the Ten of Swords, this is repeated backstabbing, essentially. It's someone who does something over and over and over again. And even if it wasn't intentional, which it might not be with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles, there is some kind of ignorance, naivete around some of this, but and I think that that's kind of where you're like, Mars energy, it's annoying, it pissed you off. It was enough for you to make this decision. Okay, I gotta set some things into place so I'm supported through this. And you're working on that, right? You're kind of working diligently on that this week. It doesn't look like this person's situation completely is aware of that, because however they're presenting themselves to you, it's like everything's fine and good. Like everything magically went back to being okay. But for you, it doesn't feel that way, right? Like because you've set some boundaries that for you feel important. They feel, there's that Eight of Pentacles again. They feel important, they feel necessary. And, you're seeking out other things that really are fitting you, that are serving you, that, you know, again, Sagittarian energy, it expands, it explores. It's that opportunity to connect with new people, new situations that are a little bit more in alignment with us. Aquarian energy rules the 11th house of wishes, friendship, community, right? And it is this value that, like, when we see the disconnect with one, and I'm not saying to leave people high and dry, you are coming across like that, Scorpio energy can easily let go, right? You're ruled by Pluto. It is about cycles, transformation, death, and rebirth. And so you can easily say, you know what, this wasn't fair for me to whatever capacity. And so I'm gathering my resources. I'm getting together what I need so that I can do what I need to do for me, what's best for me. This essentially is going back to that initial message of like what keeps you stable and balanced. And whatever this is, it doesn't really look like it was helping that at all. It looks like this isn't the first time, or maybe there's just been a series of things that have come to light that you're just like, whoa, 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 you know? It doesn't have to be a blatant betrayal, but it does feel a little bit like a backstabbing to some capacity. And I don't think this is your first rodeo, is what I'm hearing. Whether it is with this specific situation, or the pattern is kind of like carrying over multiple people, multiple situations. I'm hearing this tame and attain is so that you can get really clear about how you need to move in these dynamics, right? It can be enraging when people do X, Y, and Z, but it feels like you're choosing wisdom. You're choosing to go about this in a more harmonious manner, recognizing that maybe you needed to gather your resources a little bit better, a little bit more, so that you could kind of put your best foot forward. You could connect with some new opportunities, new offers, which are definitely coming your way, right? When we put our energy out there, we see what is out there for us to get. And yes, it does kind of look like there are some refinements that are coming along the way. Don't necessarily take what you can get, take what you believe you deserve, right? Like, and both of those are versions, right, of the truth, because often we're calling in the things that we believe we deserve, but Spirit's saying you deserve more. And I think a lot of whatever this dynamic is, this 10 of Swords energy is for you, it's highlighting, or it has brought that awareness of, I do deserve more, right? It's pissing you off enough to like, put that fire in your belly to find people and dynamics that are really willing to work together. Threes are all about reciprocity. And unfortunately, it just wasn't working. It wasn't working in whatever you're coming from. And it looks like you're beginning to connect with new people, new situations. And this wouldn't have happened had you not taken that step out. I'm hearing even for some of you, maybe you knew it was time. Maybe you've been kind of wishing for something for a minute, yet not really taking action around it. And you're finally taking action because you're starting to feel more hopeful. 444 on the clock as I'm saying that. That's all about angels, spirit guides, crossed over loved ones, whatever you ascribe to, protecting you, having your back, guiding you, directing you to where you need to be, to what really is like highest and best for you. And choose those things from that space of awareness and wisdom. My throat chakra kept closing up, so don't lose your voice in the midst of this, especially if you do have a tendency to feel like belittled or pushed down from whatever this 10 of Swords energy is. I feel like that's part of the reason, Scorpio, that you're kind of taking your time to move through some of this, because you do want to be wise, and you also don't want to feel like a POS, right? Like you actually want to feel the strong version of yourself, so you receive what is due to you. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for your time, energy always. I super appreciate you. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I'd love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.